One of my friends told me that I'm being courted by Lucifer and I'm being courted by God because the dreams I'm having I'm not supposed to be having. Like I keep having these dreams where I'm being courted, but I don't know if I'm being courted, but my friend scared me today. My friend told me I'm being courted by God. They're testing me to see if I'm going to go to hell or if I'm going to go to heaven. And the things I choose to do in the dream dictates whether I go to hell or heaven. Like for instance, I had this dream one time that I was in a cloud in heaven, a heavenly cloud, but I was naked, and there's all of us guys naked on one side of the cloud, and on the other side of the cloud, it was all females naked, and the females were crying, and the guys were crying, and on one side the guys were crying, and on one side the females were crying, and there's this one female who started crying and shouting towards the guy's side that she was sorry for playing hard to get, that she was sorry for cutting our egos in half just because we wanted to have sex with her on the earth realm. And then there was a guy who said like apologies towards the females, saying similar shit, or saying like I'm sorry for hitting on you or something like that. And then like it got to my turn to say something, but I stopped. I stopped while I was ahead. I didn't say anything. But then I noticed that all of the emotions that we had in the cloud, all the emotions of sorrow and depression, that became a ball of energy. And I realized these emotions, they're living things. Emotions are living things. They could possess people. The anger, of the emotion of anger, the emotion of depression, it's contagious. But what in that dream, the emotion of depression and anger turned into a ball, a purple ball, a thunder ball. Then it turned into like a demonic angel. And then I woke up. But my friend told me I'm being courted. For sure, I'm being courted by God. And I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I feel I feel like this world I live in is coming to an end, but I also feel that Lucifer Lucifer had some type of right to not bow down to Adam. I feel that Lucifer's domain was taken over by a lesser power. I feel that Lucifer looked at Adam and said, "This guy's a transgender idiot. He has a pussy and a dick." Because in the Jewish Torah, Adam is depicted of having both a pussy and a dick. Like Adam was transgender. He was how do you say, he was androgynous. The Jews place Adam's time period in the period of an androgynous time period, where like basically they were androgynous. They were both female and male. They were transgender people in Adam's period. But I believe that in Adam's period, animals can talk. Because what explains the snake talking to Eve? And Eve wasn't shocked when she heard the snake talking. If snakes couldn't talk, then Eve would have been shocked. But snakes could talk in that era, so Eve wasn't shocked. She expected the snake to talk. And it talked, and it convinced her stuff. But it's like the time period of Adam's era, the time period of Adam and Eve, animals can talk. And there's demonic looking animals, there's all types of animals that were talking. And Adam had sex with many animals. But it's like Lucifer, I think, knew the truth that God was a God of war. That's why we're always at a state of war. We're Every country is always at a state of war. Right now there's war in Yemen. The Saudi Arabia, they're fighting the Yemenis, the fucking Saudi Sunni cunts. They're fighting the innocent Shia people, calling them terrorists and bombing them to smithereens, getting away with murder. But it's like, that's the God of war. The God of war is doing that. And the Battle of Armageddon, that's the God of war. We have a war God. Our God is a war God. And we need to stop him. He's only going to create more war. Even after the Battle of Armageddon, then comes Gog and Magog, another fucking war. This is war after war after war. It's obvious our God is a war God. We gotta stop this, man. We have to come to terms with reality and admit it that our God is a war God. The God that controls Earth is a war God. He's the God of war. And Lucifer knew this, but God, the war God is so smart. Our God is so smart that he didn't even tell the other angels why he kicked out Lucifer. He lied to them and said, oh, he kicked them out because he didn't bow to Adam. When the truth is, he kicked them out because he knew the truth that he was a war God. Because God lied to the angels saying he kicked him out because he didn't bow to Adam, just so he doesn't have to tell the angels the real reason he kicked him out. Because if he did, the angels would know he's a war God.